Hello everyone and welcome back to the great city of London. Right now in the year 1431 we are on our way up the ladder of power, continuing on that journey. We are still mayor, right? There's a big election coming up today, so we hopefully get confirmed in office. Roland Sire would be here, my competitor, and the sovereign Diana Padfield, she can vote on that, and we are not that bad with her, so it should work out, right? So we can do something. We can, however, further secure that by doing some relationship with her. So we can make a dynastic trade, and that is proposing an alliance, for example, and that would perhaps you know, be even better than for us. We could also give her some money. I have no idea though how we should go about this, if she is accepting this one or not. What I can see right now is, oh no, we are not going to make any of that. We could propose right away, right? We can also give her a building, probably one of the ones that we don't really need anymore. We could also give just the money. We could also give her evidences of crime, and as we can see, this actually holds some value there, which is really interesting, I think. So let's give her some value there. Evidences of crime, breaking in, whatever we have as a judge, right? So we do have quite a few things there available then. But I think that's pretty much it, right? We don't need to give her all that evidence there, really. Let's just go with, yeah, one. Breaking into a building and stuff like that. And with that, let's propose this one. And perhaps she is, yeah, has accepted, and we have now an alliance with Diana Padfield, the sovereign, and this really makes us relationship score here 66. So she really does like us now, and that will definitely secure us the mayor position there for quite some time, as she's the sole nominator for this position, right? The chief judges, of course, no problem here, because Lorena and VALKYN can vote on that. And yeah, the only thing we now need to do here in order to climb further is waiting that Diana is dying, that she died, because the tenure of office is a lifelong, but they have a tendency of dying really quickly, right? She's 48. We'll just see how long she's actually holding up, and she actually doesn't even wear anything proper for a sovereign. At least she's got the right items, right? And she also has pretty nice stats overall, but I guess she's going the solemn route, the not so wealthy route. Anyway, right, we just wait there. If she doesn't die within a couple of days, then we might have to, you know, we might need to force her out of the office in a very untimely manner. Now, let's also go for the next things that I have planned. First of all, in the patrician house, Lorena is, of course, stationed. And Lorena, we can actually make her work in the house itself, right? And then she would start getting stuff done. So she would, you know, start on the production that we have there. I will also give her some actions in the meantime. And one of them would be the public relation, right? So there we have it, public relations. We should really be going along with that. So I'm going to put this one in. It's a loop production. And what she's doing now, Lorena, she's going out and talking to people, right? She's just going to improve the relationship of our dynasty to others. And that's exactly what we need. That's really cool. Look at that. And there we have then these actions. I hope I don't need to choose them every time now. I think only because we followed her, right? In that case, she was not very successful at that. We got 7 charisma there, so it should probably work out. And yeah, she's just going to do this, and let's just see what the damage is after one day. But that's basically her. Now, that's that, right? So she's hired now in the building. She's no longer bored or anything like that. And she can just enjoy working finally on something. Now, we got also a couple of items that I would like to produce here in the house. The first one is the family sword that I've already commissioned at some point. Unfortunately, the family sword does need items that you don't have on the market in London. That is the brocade and that is the ember. And those two things we can only get with long distance trading. So I do need to start with that as well. Problem is, I don't have a family member available right now that I could send other than Carrick. Carrick would be ready for this. So there is going to be, once he is, I think, 15, we could then send him on a long distance trade mission. I think there it is. Send someone on a long distance journey, right? You can send one of your to bring information and exotic wares from distant lands. A long distance journey lasts for some time, and who knows if the traveler will ever return home. This is similar, the more expensive one, and however, an overseas trip is lengthy and quite dangerous, but in return you can certainly expect more when your representative returns home. That might be possible too. right? But I still need to wait there a few more, I think, days before I can do this. Or can I just send anyone? Do you want to pay to send someone overseas? Alright, let's go ahead and do this. So he's now going where? Send someone on a trip overseas. I hope he's not going himself. Money has already been paid. The 20,000, so we were at 40,000 there. Oh, and one of our employees, the Lusty Leech, has died. So Lusty Leech, there you are. And let's hire a new one, right? Actually, that's not possible. Why not? Someone died, right? Oh, it was a transporter. Alright. Transporter back on track. Yes, so actually, VALKYN himself is going on this overseas trip. That is, of course, not something I would like to do. So let's just go back to a previous save. And we're back in the judge's office. There you go, in the mayor's office, right, where we're sitting around. It's a bit misleading, to be honest, right? So send someone on a trip. It doesn't say that I myself would go on this trip. It just says that someone is going on this trip. So we don't have this action available right now for my son, for my second son. So we're just going to wait. Also, Clara, she still needs, I think, 2 more days. Right, so we are 3/4 through. Then she will come back, and then we could also send her on this trip. So definitely some people. Then there would the option of if I have a henchman, and I do have a henchman right in my office. That is Bernard. Can I send him on a overseas trip? I cannot. So you can only send your family members on this trip. It even says that in the description anyway, right? An adult family member needs to be that. So that's why it's important to build up a dynasty, I guess, having lots of people you can spare and put on missions. We could do that with Lorena. I think she's doing more damage than good anyway. And she is 33. There's still the chance of making a baby with her. So we are still doing that, and then we send her overseas. That's my lovely wife. Yeah, look at that. She fails at everything, basically, what she's doing there. So, a lot of damage. Oh, another one has died. No, it's the same one. Right, it's the same one. It was the message. Perfect. So, that's that. Now, next, a business step that we need to do, because we got lots of business steps ahead of us. The first one is my workers. Yes, I have been attaching the grindstone, right, to one of them, and some of you have been right, yeah, pointing that out. You can actually equip them with several grindstones, each giving the 4% productivity bonus. That is huge. So you can actually go up to 12% productivity bonus for each one of them. So Bernard, my guard, because he's the only one that is available right now, and VALKYN is safe in the office anyway, right? So there's no one coming. And Bernard, he's going to do the transportation now. We could also get a second henchman. Of course, we can afford that easily, but I'm certainly not expecting any attack there. Yeah, this is 47% chance. That was successful now, but these chances are really low. No idea. Yeah, let's just keep her on this one for now. Right. Or we can just schooly poop around now. Let's do this now. Let's make a baby. It's fine. So both of them are now going, yeah, back home. I mean, it's morning, but, you know, it doesn't hurt doing it in the morning, too. And, oh, look at that. The evil bastard. He actually builds a mansion in this beautiful park. I mean, you can build something here, but I think it's not meant for it. Someone is building something right here in the park beside the city hall. How dare you? Alright. What can you do about it? Alright, Bernard, where are you? There you are, perfect. You are getting now something. You are getting these items that I need, right? So that's the trinkets and then the grindstone that we have. It's really cheap anyway, and we can just purchase the full 40 of that, right? For some 5,000. And we can then sell the rest. And let's just get these items now to my employees across all my businesses so that we can fully boost them. So he's arrived, and let's just add it. There you go. And that is a really nice boost. Very nice. So all of them have it now. We can put them back on work, and they're working now with 160 or 150 respectively And that should be really making us some money there in addition. Perfect. That's that. And Bernard, you can just happily continue now to the next one. So I'm going to distribute these grindstones now to all of my workers then as well. How was the baby making? Not successful. So we do need to wait again. She continues with the public relation. We could also put VALKYN on the public relation. And I think that is not a bad thing to do, right? So we can also employ him, since he doesn't need to go to the courtroom all the time anymore, right? Chamber of Judges. We just need to nominate people from time to time. Like Annabelle here, we can say, go for it. Then we got the town clerk position. Oh, and the mayor application will now start soon then as well. Election. So VALKYN is now also on his way doing, you know, the business of a politician. Meanwhile, the next business is fully equipped with grindstones. Let's get them back on Bernard. And let's move Bernard over here to my next inn. Over there, and they can resume their working. It's a bit strange they stop working when you equip them with something, but okay. There you go. And there it is. We've also been, once again, confirmed in office. So VALKYN Delaney, once again, can reign for 4 more years. And Diana should be absolutely not concerned. Taking her time there, being sovereign. New day, it's also once again the look at my books. So we made a total profit of 52,000 on the last day, and what we can see here, for example, the Lusty Leech was there with 16,000 being the highest one that made the most profit. Then we got our other pest houses with 8,000 each, so that's looking fine. My inns are doing 3,000 here and 6,000, so the poultry parlor is not doing that much, I think, because it was paused for quite some time, and we'll just it's going up there again, I'm sure of it. The Lonely Graves is at 3k, the Scriptorium is at 7,700, so that's also a nice profit there. We haven't boosted it yet, so this is coming up then as well. My barbershops, one of them is doing 4,000, the other one had actually made a loss, so that was not that great. Barbaric Barbers. My dead body, the alchemist shop, was also at a loss yet, because of course it was the first day, so in that case this is still taking a bit of time there before it's starting up, right? It's just ramping up, but I'm pretty sure that it's going to make a nice profit, because it's a tier 3 building anyway, so they just do that. Now we are sitting at 92,000. That's okay, I'd say, right? There's also some elections we need to choose real quick, so let's go with Kenneth here, because he likes us the most, and then also election-wise, shouldn't there be the election with Valkys? But I think we don't have a say in that then. Strangely enough, right? Just also go with the prison time here, the prison time for the next court proceedings. We need to do that. I don't want to lose my office again. So in that case, it's just a bit of clicking. I'm certainly not reading through every case anymore. I'm way too busy for that, right? We can't do that. I need to do conversations with other people and hope that they're successful. Like this one here, that was a success, and we do that right away to the next person, so we're just talking with people all the time. There's also a nice amount of influence coming out this way, and of course, experience points. But experience points, that's just insane. It's taking so much time now, especially here going to the next level, then level 6, so I don't think you can actually go to level 10. We could, purchase books, right, with enough money. We do have the money, to be honest, so I could just go ahead and get the About Talents and the Almanac, right? So rather expensive stuff, but probably going to be worth it. So we might also dump a lot of these almanacs into my main character, who's 49 now, by the way, so the clock is ticking. Now, we have lots of influence, so I would like to do something else with that, and that is having a look at my social skills again. So we have neglected them for quite some time, and they're actually pretty good. The ambitious here is the 10% reputation bonus, right? And this unlocks the other ones, like, for example, 10 more health, right? The cheese on toast fancer. And then we get more armor. With this one here, we get 5% productivity. You're a dab hand with the slide rule, and you can make lots of calculations even in your head. This will allow you to plan your work stages more effectively if you're responsible for this, of course. Yeah, we're not a worker at the moment. Productivity. Anything else? Yeah, charisma, enchanting. You've simply just got it. You have an instinct of how to use the right words and gestures when you're talking to members of the opposite sex. So this is and this is another reputation bonus here, the art of rhetoric. for 500, right? And then we get 5 charisma if we go with rhetoric 2, right? It does cost a lot of influence, but that was just a lot of it, basically. And here we can then continue down the road of charisma and stuff like that. I think also this is not resetting when my character dies, right? So we might actually just inherit all of that. We got reputation bonus down here, the integrity. So we definitely should be going down this route. That's another 500 influence, and then we can pay 1000 influence for the next reputation bonus there, going down this route there. So lots of bonus when bargaining, intelligence, there it is, right? So these are pretty important, but of course they also cost a lot. I'm at 800 influence now, so I'm going to fire VALKYN. And VALKYN is now going to back to the office, more or less, and he's going to oil the wheels of bureaucracy. That's 800 influence only. Do we get something where we get a bit more out of it? Because that is just a very steep price for not that much influence. By the way, also something important. We can, of course, send my child, who is only 10, so he's not going to be an adult for quite some time. We can also send him to the court of the monarch, right? So this gives me another 3000 when he comes back. And we are doing this because he doesn't need to stay at school all the time. So this is a school trip for 4 years. And he's coming back, giving us then hopefully all that juicy influence, right? So that's 3000 then when he comes back. And Clara should really be back soon. Yep, it is full now at this point. So it should happen anytime that she comes back and gives me all that influence. And then we can send her on a trade mission right away. And VALKYN, meanwhile, since we have the money, let's also oil the wheels of bureaucracy. Right, for 35,000, it's really expensive, but it's probably going to be worth it anyway. And it's a guaranteed success, so that's something at least. And there, a family member has arrived back from the court. And we get the 3000 influence right away. And Clara is back home. There she is. And she probably got a lot of experience out of this as well, right? With 12 charisma there. Perfect. And we have the money. So I could send her now on a trip overseas. Let's do this. Bye, Clara. I mean, you could stay at home for a couple of minutes. That's fine. But now you need to go back. She barely arrived at the port. And out she goes again. Clara DELANEY doing the job of my dynasty. Doing the dynasty's job, really. There you go. So there's 2 of my children now on the trips, and my oldest one, he's a judge anyway, so as long as he stays in the city hall, I don't think there's anything going wrong with him, right? I don't think they will die or anything like that. It's pretty safe in there. They have guards, and yeah, there's also just the nominees there, the nominations again, the votes, and the treasurer is really taking time. What? 1435? Are they kind of like voted for lifetime there as well? It almost seems like it. 4 rounds, that can't be. I was checking it all the time. There's no application open. And it still takes 3 more days before the application opens. Alright. For the treasurer, right? Because, of course, VALKYN should go for this. We want all of my dynasty members up here in the highest position. Now, of course, as we get more important for the city, of course, we are very important persons now for this whole one here for London, right? There is a new profession that I would like to attend to. We can still build one more house, I think, one more building. We have the limit for that. And that is in the roguery tree. So we are already here, you know, already down here to the minstrel. And there is the fighting. And the fighting one gives me the mercenary quarters. And if we continue down this one, we can extort protection money. We can build the barracks to stand guard. We can build the garrisons to patrol buildings and guard buildings. And we can ultimately boost our attack power and defense there as well. And not only that, there's a side branch here that is the veteran. And the veteran is pretty cool because down the road, it gives me 20% reputation bonus and 3 attack power. Well, in general for my dynasty, I guess. So that's really cool. Let's go into this. Let's start investing into the fighting. The veteran is though 15,000, right? So I think the veteran 2 will 35,000. So I don't need 50,000 in total for this one there. Something I'm not going to spend now. But what we can do right now is building that new building. So the garrison there, we have it for 10,000. And this one gives me, yeah, basically guards and henchmen that I can command. You're not coming in. As it's called. It's huge, by the way. So certainly not going to be buildable somewhere here. Probably, yep, here, right? So in this district there we can have it. And I'm probably going to place it right over there. There's some room available beside my library. And there is a new building coming up. A garrison, a new business opportunity that we have now with that. Perfect. Also, yeah, we have been confirmed again. So Lorena has been confirmed in her office as city legate once more. But that was rather easy, as all my dynasty members are in position there. Special opportunities, none. So this becomes more interesting now as the long distance trading comes in then, right? There's trading opportunities happening from time to time, and we really should look out for brocade, and amber, which we basically need. Some court proceedings once more. As the day's ending, we can just quickly check through them, whatever I should do. There you go. No other elections at the moment, so we are fine with that. Only some court proceedings that we need to confirm. Alright, and unfortunately VALKYN DELANEY has died at the age of 50. That is pretty young. Oh my goodness, my main character just died. Unfortunately, I don't know, was it an accident? I guess we'll never find out. He just died and he's not accessible anymore in the menu for me. And that's it, right? So VALKYN is moving up now. My first heir, right? He's got brothers and sisters, but he himself will now decide how the future is. He is, of course, a chief judge. The mayor position is now available. So we will be able to apply for this one today at 4 o'clock. So we are, of course, pushing right up for the mayor there. Oh, that is really unfortunate. I'm a bit disappointed now. I was hoping that VALKYN would actually live all the way up to sovereign, but unfortunately, that's not the case. Also very important, oh god, we need to do this again. I need to find a wife. I hate that. It's a big mess every time. Maureen would be available. She's 28. She's in the perfect age for that. Leanne, we also have. Oh, she's looking fine. Leanne, and 84% chance. Let's go for this. So, VALKYN, off you go. He's a bit more on the heavy side, but it's still fine. He's of the Delaney family, so that's what counts. And anything else I need to do there, really, right? Both of my siblings are now still on their journey. That's good. And oh, there's the conversation. So I would like to ask your permission. All right. And please love me as much as you can do. All right, let's just do this, and of course we continue then. I think it's going to be rather easy, as we can see. The chance is really high, so she's just going to accept. I think it's also part of the reason because we got 12 charisma. So VALKYN, of course, he's one sexy creature, right? He can really flatter the other sex. And let's also give her a cheek right now. So we're very daring with this one. Right, and it was a success. So this is going to be easy. Lucky us, right? We don't need to worry about finding a wife anymore. By the way, I didn't check. I should check. Fertility, 100% perfect. This is the most important thing, of course. Kiss on the cheek, 81% chance. No problem. We're just going to pull this through all the way to the end and marry. Oh no, we need to propose first. 75% chance. Okay, this is not going to be so easy then. Vacant office, yes, I know, but there's still no possibility of actually applying, so we still need to wait there. Everything else is still perfectly fine, right? So it's really just that we need to make new sons, and we need to find us the wife, and we need to marry then, and yeah, that's just continuing. Lucky us, we did have a son, right? A firstborn. But if VALKYN dies now, we might be in for real trouble. There is still, of course, my second son that I had, right, with VALKYN. So that could work out. But of course, it's that easy, right? You can lose that quickly.
Yes, sir.
Alright, so it's also time. Would you marry me? And that is also successful. So we're just really going to rush through that because I really only intended to marry once in my life. And now it's the third time. Right, and let's marry. At a wedding, of course. There you go. So we're going to marry now. And yeah, VALKYN, he's going to continue his father's legacy, of course. He's going to build up a regime of power. Diana is still in office there, but she's 50 now too. We're still allied with her, so that's a good thing. And she should be dying at some point too, right? We're going for mayor position, definitely, so that's going to be easy because Diana is going to vote for us, but we need to hurry up. If she dies now, then we might have trouble again, right? Because then, I guess, well, luck is going to decide, and there's still this Henry Earnshaw, who's not of my dynasty, and he might still go for the mayor. There is now the position available, so we can then apply as well. First, let's marry. Oh no, we are on the way to court. We have court proceedings to do today. Alright, let's wait with the marrying there. I do need to have the court day, right? VALKYN is a judge after all, and it's important. We can't lose that position. Let's just pull some verdicts on there, and that's really it, right? He's on his way back to court, and we're going to marry then in the evening. So far so good. VALKYN died, but VALKYN is strong, stronger than before, and we're going to pull this one with him. Stay tuned.